We are here on location in Sweden at Bondtech, the makers of some of the most amazing extruders, nozzles, and now INDX. So let's jump inside, let's take a look at how the steel is made here at Bondtech and show you what Swedish manufacturing is all about. Do they make meatballs here? Let's find out. It's not, what?
No. No.
Wait, no, we're.
I got this, Grant.
Oh, okay, all right.
Welcome.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm Gustav from Bondtech.
Awesome.
Welcome.
We don't need Jacob. Let's go see what's going on here. Come on in. Gustav, thank you so much for bringing out the entire 3D Musketeers team here to take a look at what you guys do and the public unveiling of INDX with your open house. This has been amazing. Can you tell the folks at home what you all do here at Bondtech and what your specific role is?
So we at Bondtech here in Sweden, Värnamo, manufacture accessories and extruders for 3D printers. We're only localized here, and here is all of our manufacturing and shipping. So there we have no other facilities, so to say. My name is Gustav Bondtech. I'm the head of manufacturing here at Bondtech, and I'm the second son of the CEO of Bondtech.
I was gonna say, Bondtech.
Exactly. Yeah, that's where it comes from.
You all know Bondtech. If you know high flow nozzles, it's because of them. And they have some of the most amazing CNC equipment that we've ever seen. When I say Swiss lathe, and if you don't get a little tingly, then you haven't seen cool just yet. And if you do want to see, we talked with Martin as well, the founder of Bondtech, on our podcast, which we'll card to, which we did live here at Bondtech in Sweden, which is super cool. Bondtech, this is 10 years for you all too.
Yeah, for sure. Bondtech celebrated 10 years on paper since last year. So 2014 was when the Aktiebolaget, which is in Swedish, the company was started and grounded.
A lot has changed since then, from extruders, now adding nozzles, and now INDX, an inductive extruder system that is a single extruder, multi-nozzle, tool head.
Automatic tool changer.
This is what happens when you give engineers an idea and tell them to run with it, and it ends up being just truly a masterpiece of engineering and 3D printing. It is so cool. You guys are gonna see a lot about it coming in just a little bit, so stay tuned, get subscribed, leave a like on the video, and let's take a look at what's going on here.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go.
Come along. Gustav, what do we have here? I got a bunch of stuff that, at least in the States, I'm just gonna, this fits in my luggage, right? I'm just gonna, you see nothing, you see nothing. This is solid copper bar stock, but what else do we have here? What is all this material storage?
We do a lot of machining with our CNC machines, and that of course requires raw material, which we use for Swedish suppliers to purchase. And we have a bunch of different sizes and materials, so we have a lot of brass, a lot of steel, and a lot of copper is the main materials that we use for machining.
Well, and it seems like you're gonna be doing a lot more steel here with the INDX, because it kind of has to be made of steel for it to work properly, right?
I mean, induction does have some requirements, of course, so...
Right. As we learned, there's like 4 grams worth of metal in the actual nozzle of the INDX, which is just exceedingly small amounts. You all have figured out machining heavily, and you're using Citizen Swiss lathes.
I mean, they are honestly required in order to have these small measurements that we really need for the 3D printing industry today. Because, I mean, there are combinations of thousands of a millimeter a lot of the times where we really need to get that precision in the nozzles and the drive gears.
And we're seeing surface quality finishes down into the nanometer level, 0.05-ish microns. That's like 5 nanometers, or it's incalculable. We'll put the actual number on the screen. Ridiculous levels of tolerance, which does mean from time to time, things don't meet those standards, and instead of selling it, you guys just scrap it. You don't want to sell it unless it's basically perfect, right?
I mean, it can come down to cost, but it's a lot more costly to selling goods that are not up to spec and having that returned and having to deal with all of that.
Right.
So usually just scrapping and producing new ones can become cheaper over time. It's a combination, of course.
Yeah, you guys are making things out of all different materials on your individual mills.
Yeah, I mean, we need to really make the products as efficiently as we can.
Right.
So having a very small part, you need, of course, the largest diameter of bar stock that you can get in order to have as little waste of the material as possible. So that is why we have so many different diameters of materials.
And the nice thing about your lathes is they have what are called bar feeders, which just push the material in. You just hit start and it just does the thing until it runs out of material, which is...
With regular checkups of the products, of course.
Never leave machines unattended. That's how you get buckets full of problems when there's just a tolerance error. This is really cool to see, and you guys are sourcing it all locally as well.
Exactly, yeah. We all have Swedish suppliers for all of our materials. Sweden is a very production-heavy company, so all of these materials are available for us at a very 2-day delivery.
So you have Amazon Prime, but for material, basically.
Basically, yeah.
That's amazing. Gustav, these machines are something else. These massive machines over 5 meters long to produce tiny little nozzles, but do it even when Florida Man is standing in front of it.
Exactly. I mean, it's not a matter of the size of it, it's how you use it, right?
That's what I'm told. That's what I'm told.
Hey, it's not about the size, it's how you use it.
What is this machine making right now?
So currently we're running the CHT fin nozzles for the Slice Engineering's Mako hot end, which they have recently released to the public that is available for everyone. We're doing this in straight 8mm bar stock copper, and we have parts running out continuously here.
But you have live tooling in there as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's quite a few axes. It is a very cool setup, and because they're making such tiny parts, there's a little tiny conveyor belt that every now and then just starts turning as a part just drops out like a piece of printer candy to make your machines run better. Because it's not just the Slice Engineering fin nozzle. Luke's Laboratory is adopting the fin standard for this Pika hot end, which will hopefully be shipping relatively soon to backers, which is really exciting. It is such a cool process to be able to see the machines, and literally so close that I can touch 2 machines at once. And yet there's still tons of room in a massive warehouse with lots of opportunity for growth. Often when we go visit machine shops, they're packed like Surströmming in a can, which you all will have seen the live stream. We'll card to it here, but it actually happens for me in about an hour and a half, where we're gonna be raising money for a Swedish charity, and with the ultimate goal of me eating the fermented herring in a can. So, editor, roll the clip of that occurring.
Oh, so bad!
The reason you guys have such a nice setup is because this is a brand new building for Bondtech, right?
Exactly. We just moved in 1 year ago, and now I'm feeling confident where we placed everything, basically. So it's taken some time to get into this place, but we're really set up great here.
You can tell it is a new building. The floors are still clean. There's not oil where there've been spills and things like that. And that is the thing that we've noticed as we've been here, that you all are running full production as you are allowing us to just come through and, well, disrupt everything. And yet it is still immaculately clean. Everyone knows exactly what their roles are. It is such an amazing experience to be here in Sweden, in person, at Bondtech, to see how the parts themselves are made.
It's really great to have you here, so.
Oh, thank you. And certainly, if you've never tried Bondtech products, check them out. Links are in that description. Bondtech.se. Gotta check them out, seriously. And if for nothing else, go look at the freaking index. That thing is just mind-boggling how amazing it is. There's not just lathes here, there are 5-axis and 3-axis mills. Super amazing technology that enables them to produce as much as possible in-house. Vertical integration, it's what makes small business possible. Before I start stuffing my pockets with nozzles, I just have to be able to run faster than Gustav. Let's see what else goes on here at Bondtech beyond, well, making the actual components.
Yeah, for sure.
Can we?
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's go. Speaking of manufacturing in-house, you all also do a lot of 3D printing in-house, but a lot of it's not filament. We're surrounded by Formlabs Fuse 1 Pluses here that are making lots of SLS parts, and we have a bit of a unique experience because there's no cake in this machine.
Exactly.
That one is still cooling.
Yep.
And we have the Fuse Sift over here that's got a cake in it. I know the Swedes didn't say it, but don't eat the cake.
Cake is a lie.
This cake is absolutely a lie.
It's your old friend, deadly neurotoxin.
We need to glove up. We got to put some masks on because it is a powdered material. You don't want to breathe it in.
It's a real safety hazard to work with these kind of powders. You really need the gloves and the mask in order to protect yourself.
No glove, no love. Okay, so let's go get our PPE on and let's see what's hidden inside of this cake. We've got the cake of SLS powder, and you might say there's something in here, but nope. Chuck Testa.
Nope.
We can just, oh, it's still very warm. This is a very fresh cake. It just came out of the oven. Come on, there's a part. You pull things out, you kind of mess with them in your hands until you find something. See? Grab a brush. The nice thing is, since it's nylon, you don't really have to be nice to it. And you end up with a really nice part. Now, obviously, this one isn't done perfectly, but these are beautiful parts for Bondtech machines. This is just the first stage of these components. If you notice, they're a bit of a light gray and kind of gritty. Bondtech goes through extra work to make them not only dyed black, but they go through a bead blasting procedure to make them look even better than they look now. Most of your filament printers can't get close to this, and yes, I'm aware this is more expensive than filament printing, but technically, the material is not. That's the cool thing about SLS. You get a lot of pieces for not a lot of time, and it's not very expensive to actually make the components, and boy howdy are they ever strong. Super cool process. And when you add in the bead blasting and the dyeing, it's a whole new world of quality. You might say it's a new fantastic point of view. Over here in assembly, it is not only so well organized, but every station has a specific purpose. Can we go through some of these stations, Gustav?
Yeah, for sure. So our assembly process is very modular. We assemble a lot of different extruders on the same assembly places in order to be flexible. There is a bunch of different extruders, of course, that we sell and assemble. So in order for that to work, we need to be flexible.
Right. Flexibility is kind of a big thing in any service business, but you guys are making a lot of parts, but your parts are similar yet quite different, right? A fin nozzle's not compatible with a V6, and a volcano's not compatible with a V6, and different extruders aren't compatible with each other. So you've adopted these bin systems, which if I just took a couple of them and switched them would drive people absolutely mad, so I promise I won't do it. But everything has a place, and that place is traceable.
Exactly, yeah. Every stock is traceable within our business system, or what we call it. And everything has its own place with its own stock and its own quantity. And we do regular checkups of all the stock, of course, in order to keep our levels at the good numbers.
Something that I had no idea that you guys did here as well is you have a CO2 laser because you cut your own foam.
Exactly.
I learned this on the tour yesterday. This foam right here is cut in-house.
We do a lot of manufacturing of the foam in order to be, as again, flexible and modular in that area as well, so we don't have to stock up on thousands of single foam in order we can cut out when we need them, and so they're easily accessible.
So you just take all the spares and turn them into custom beds for Sita?
Usually not. We sell them back to the supplier in order to give back the scraps.
Just don't tell that to Sita. You guys have built something that can be incredibly well organized, but also hyper specific. How many of you are incredibly well organized and hyper specific? If I asked those people to leave a like, this video would get very bad metrics, so you should leave a like no matter what. You guys have a really interesting research and development facility because unlike a lot of companies that we visited, it's not just one brand. In fact, I don't even see two of any printer on these shelves. Everything is different. Why is that?
I mean, we have been in the business over 10 years now. And of course, we have gathered a lot of different printers over the years in order to build these upgrade kits for them, in order to have products to sell and to apply our products onto these special printers.
Everything from Prussias, we see some Elegoo's, Creality. There's even a FunMat HT over there, which I just learned that Bondtech makes upgrade parts for that machine. So if you all want to see more high-temp printing on the channel, let me know in those comments because I want to show it. And the FunMat has always been a printer that I've wanted to look at, but its extruder is so bad. Thank you for making an upgrade for it.
We just need to make more noise about it.
So if you want to see more noise about it, let me know. There's everything here, including prototype printers that your father built way back in the day.
So we have our first and the second printer that has ever been assembled even by me and Martin. And of course, Martin, as a product developer, designed his own Core XY printer back in the days. It's basically a Core XY water-cooled 10-year-old printer that has been running yesterday for the first time in like 8 years.
with the same water from 8 years ago.
Yeah, with the same water.
And it didn't catch fire.
I mean, that's the whole beginning of this company, right? Me and Martin are technology driven and we feel strongly about it. But when we get this technology that doesn't really work, we want to really improve it and we really want to share that with everyone that we can.
Gustav, what is your favorite thing about INDX?
So about the INDX, it's just the possibilities that we can give to the community that is an actually affordable tool changer for everyone to use.
Yeah, the prices were incredibly surprising. Like, they were much lower than I expected. That is not any permission to raise the price. It is perfectly fine the way it is. I was expecting it to be quite a bit more because you guys put a non-trivial amount of engineering into this.
Still an estimated cost for the development unit, but of course, when we release it to the public, we'll have more official numbers later.
We've been trying to get some more secrets out of Bondtech this entire couple of days. Y'all must have gone through some pretty darn good training about corporate secrets, because we really laid it on heavy, and they're like, no, yeah, we're not telling you anything. You can speculate all you want. We're like, oh, we'll speculate. We'll see if you all smile. You smiled for everything we said. It's like you all knew we were going to speculate.
We have great HR people. So
it has been such an amazing experience here to see how everything is made, see parts for INDX get made, see the INDX run in person. Thank you so much for bringing us out. Guys, we're going to be looking at INDX as it progresses between now and when it is released to the public. So stay tuned and get subscribed. I can promise you INDX will be on the channel. One way or another, it's showing up. Legitimately, and this is not because Bondtech is sponsoring this video. We have said it well before Bondtech even knew who we were, that INDX is one of the most unique things to hit this industry since I've been a part of the industry. And I've been a part of the industry since 2008.
it's a long time.
Yeah, but INDX really does kind of change the game. We're seeing tool change times, including verification of the tool and heat up. By the way, less than 10 seconds. I timed it earlier, it was 8.5 seconds. Blows my mind. Yeah. And the fact that you can put 4 tools on a V0.
We really need to produce and make the cutting edge in order to be competitive in this business, because it is still really difficult to be competitive in this business.
It is.
So we really need to be on the top level, so to say.
Now, we know the community is going to be modding INDX like crazy and on different machines for different reasons. What is a printer that you would love to see INDX on, but it just isn't on yet? You can go crazy on this.
It's not crazy, but for the customers, probably a Nozzle.
Nozzle, SV08.
Yeah, I mean, it is affordable to a lot of people, and we can reach out to a lot of people with our technology that way.
Olaf did confirm to us that a kit will be available for the SV08. That is one of the main machines that you guys have been looking at to put this on, because it is an affordable 2.4 Voron. I want to see people put these on Prusa Minis and like really odd machines that just don't belong to have this kind of tech on it, but because they can, I want to see them do it.
Because of the motion system, some printers is a lot more difficult, of course.
That's fine.
But yeah.
Like that's ever, oh, okay, this man's talking about things being a lot more difficult, yet you built an extruder and hot end system that uses a singular extruder for multiple nozzles and heats up and cools down with induction.
It was not me, Grant, it was our team that is developing this.
Guys, let us know in those comments what else you want to hear from the Bondtech team, and maybe we can convince them to come on a live show when we're not randomly yelling in their studio, where we can all be from the comfort of our own homes and not making me hurt for charity. Oh, so bad! But hey, whatever. Make sure to leave a like, get subscribed, check out the links to Bondtech and to their charities down below. If you do want to donate, we'd absolutely appreciate that. And guys, if you do want to follow what's going on with Bondtech and try to annoy Olaf into giving out company secrets, you can do so by joining their company Discord, and you can tag me when you're trying to get those company secrets out so I can also apply pressure. We would absolutely love to get the first action in on that as well. But Gustav, do you have any final thoughts for our audience out there? Anything that you want to share about the company?
So here at Bondtech, we're very proud of our team. Like, we do everything together and we try to bring everyone in to be as close as possible to our development, production, and everything. So we really try our best in order to keep everything closed within our team.
The people here are so friendly. They want to talk about what they do. But we had a line of people waiting to get on to the podcast yesterday when we were doing it live because they wanted to talk about what they did, hang out with us on stream, because they are all, you hire the most passionate people.
Or we're just lucky.
It has been an amazing trip here, seriously. And if you guys want to see way more behind the scenes content, make sure to join our Patreon, PayPal, YouTube channel members, linked in that description. If you want to see behind the scenes stuff before it goes public to anybody, join our Discord at the $10 tier and higher, and you can get your name listed right next to us, all the awesome people that help make things like this possible as well. And again, a huge thank you to Bondtech for bringing us out all the way from Florida to Sweden. It is so much nicer here for temperature and humidity. Oh my gosh, I never want to go home. I will tell you, they have an amazing facility here, including an actual gym where the staff can work out and stay fit. Your boy needs to lose a couple of pounds, so we're gonna head down there, pump a little bit of iron before we go live. That is all we have for you all today. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. And as always, keep making awesome with induction freaking tool changers. Have a good one.
Thank you.
I'm tired. It's like 4 a.m. right now.
I put my shirt back down right as the nozzle. I'm like, did my microphone just fall off?
It was a day, and I definitely get a big respirator, and
I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr.